This is the +44 podcast. I'm Zeze Millz.
Yeah, what's that about?
What's that all
And
about?
I'm Sideman. Music
Culture.
UK. This is +44 from Amazon Music. Right, people, make some noise for KRANIUM! All right, we are in the building. Sir, you offend me by your very existence, and I'll explain to you why.
Explain to me.
You left Jamaica when you was 12, right?
Correct.
I left Jamaica similar age. I was either 10, 11 or 12. My Jamaican accent has eradicated. I'm so far gone, I now call it patois rather than patois. But you seem to have yours intact.
Yeah.
How much does Jamaica culture and the country in general mean to you?
Everything. I feel like what is a man without culture and family? You know, I feel like that's the most important thing in a man's life is his culture and his family. You know what I mean? So for me, and then I moved to New York, Jamaica, Queens. Went to Jamaica High School. I was around a lot of Jamaicans. You know what I mean?
So Jamaica Queens actually has a lot of Jamaicans in it?
Yes. There's actually a thing called Jamaica Queens. And there's actually Jamaica Avenue.
Oh, wow.
And there's actually...
And Jamaica Avenue actually has Jamaicans on it?
Yes, and I went to Jamaica High School.
I thought it was just named after that. I didn't realize it was like serious. Like, for instance, if you go Chinatown, you understand.
Yeah.
You understand that you're going to see a lot of Chinese culture there. But I didn't realize that like Jamaica Queens was like that.
There's a lot of Jamaicans, Jamaica Queens.
By the time you moved to America, New York, right? How much of the culture do you feel like you retained at that time? Because even though when I tell people that I left Jamaica when I was 11, they'll say, oh, so you didn't experience anything? I said, no.
Yeah,
I experienced a lot.
Yeah. I mean, for a kid from 1 to 12, there's so much, that's like your whole childhood, you know what I mean?
Especially in Jamaica.
Yeah, there's a lot because, you know, at 12-year-old, we advance to 15, 16-year-old mentally. And, but as far as retaining, I don't feel like it's a retaining thing. I just feel like it's a natural thing for me if you just, you know, say, even though I'm in America, I was still in tune to Wagwan back home and I was still surrounded by Jamaicans, and in high school, there's a new Jamaican come every other year.
Really?
You know what I mean? So it's just like a cycle of everything just keep coming back to me and just pay attention and stay in tune. And music teach you so much.
Yeah, definitely. I tell people and they don't listen to me that I remember when I was going to, what do we call it in Jamaica now? I don't want to call it what we call it here.
Primary school.
Is that what we call it? Primary school. We had another name, but I can't remember. Basic school.
Oh, basic school. Okay. But basic school before primary school. I think basic school is younger.
Before primary school. But when I was going, not basic school, because that would be crazy. Primary school. I remember people driving to school. Yeah. Did you experience that?
Yeah, but I grew up in Montego Bay where, like, you go on school and it's like you stay in that school until high school time come.
Okay, so there would have been older students there.
Yeah, so like in America, you go PS35 or PS5, and then you move to middle school, and from middle school to high school. Some school in the Montego Bay side, I feel like you start where you consider middle school or primary school, go up to when you take I think it's GSAT. I think it's GSAT. In America, it's FCAT in Florida, and it's called Regents in America. So it's all different things. But to answer the question, some schools, I think you stay until you reach like ready to leave the high school. You stay in one school, come up.
So I have a second beef with you. This is my second one, right? Obviously, we know you are the creator and the what's the word now? It's more than a song. Yeah. Nobody has to know. Yes. It's more than a song, right? And I want to ask you how you feel about the fact that you are part of a movement that has put unnecessary, unrealistic expectations on the Jamaican male.
In what way?
There's a part of the song that says, "Girl, I'm going to shift your womb." Yeah. When you feel the length of the broom. Now, what if I have a dustpan and brush and not a broom? See, the Jamaican artist, right? When you were making your songs, you didn't think about your brothers, right? Yeah. Your fellow brothers and what they might have to go through. You tell a girl you're Jamaican, she expects 3 legs, not 2.
I just feel like as a man, you're supposed to don't stop until you smell rubber. You know, just don't stop till you smell rubber. You know, so just figure it out. You know.
Oh my Lord! Well, I don't know what to do with that. Coming off a hit song like that, how did that feel in the moment, right? Where at that point you're quite a big artist for a song that's very rooted in Caribbean culture and reggae, but in the States.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It feels amazing, man. It feels amazing because at the end of the day, you watch other artists that branch off and do major big things, and you get the opportunity to come in that space and start to really make nice. But for me, I feel like I was appreciative of it. I didn't take anything for granted. And I lived in the moment, but still focus on what's next, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So your new EP, EP, right? It's
Into
called
Deep.
Into Deep.
Yeah.
Is that another reference to stuff that not everybody can do, or is that what does Into Deep? What's Into Deep speaking about?
I mean,
it's not womb shifting and brooms.
There's few I've that on the EP.
Okay,
I feel like
shifting
it's
of wombs in this as well.
100%. But I feel like I wanted to make it more in depth on how I feel about woman overall. Like it's like you have love on it, you have sex on it, you have vibe on it, you have appreciation on the EP. So Into Deep is basically me getting more in depth on how I feel about woman, because I feel like I don't think I could sing enough or express enough how me appreciate a woman, like in every way, not only sexually, but in everything that we do as man. I'm
telling you, Caribbean artists, we find a way to colorfully explain how we appreciate women in ways that nobody else is capable of. So are any of the songs then on the EP based on a true story?
Every single one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a writer per se. I'm a good storyteller. So when I go in the studio, I freestyle 90% of my songs, unless if I have writers who come in who have ideas that I'll work with, stuff like that. But 99.99% of the time, I like to tell the truth as it is. So, yeah.
If nobody caught that, what he's saying is that he does shift wombs. Yeah. All right. So it's all true.
Everything's true. We're not lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
How did you actually get the name KRANIUM?
KRANIUM was given to me by a friend in high school. He was amazed on how I came off the top of my head to create records. And he was like, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just kind of said KRANIUM. But because my real name is Kemar, I just dropped the C off of KRANIUM and put the K, and that's how KRANIUM came about.
Okay. Were any of the tracks that are on the EP made during the lockdown?
Yes.
What was it like sitting on that music?
It wasn't the easiest thing, but I felt like there was gonna be light at the end of the tunnel. So because this EP took like 19 months to create, to be honest. It took a while. So I legitimately had a couple of songs, and we had other songs that I recorded. We just pick and refuse what we think is the right timing now, because music is all about timing. There's songs I've released songs that was 2 years old before that hit. I've released songs that is but I say like the past 2 weeks at the end of the EP, we just find these songs last minute. It happens, these things happen. But I've had records that took long, like nobody else took 2.5 years to break. So it depends on the timing. I feel like with my music, I like to watch the timing. But I'm always recording. No matter how much we're on tour, how much we're on the road, I've always find time in that week. And the next thing is, I don't really have a specific time when I go to the studio. I just wake up and be like, yo, I need a session this week. Set it up, you know what I mean? So I go off of the feeling and the vibe.
What's your recording process like? Do you write, number one, or do you just like write in your head?
So I'm inspired by different things. So I can have a bad day and sing about it. I could feel happy and sing about it. So it all depends. And when I go to the studio, the beat comes on, I just sing whatever comes to my mind. I don't listen to the beats before I record.
Oh, really?
Never in my life. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like as an artist who have so much melodies in my brain, if I hear a beat, I'll sing 20 different melodies and then it's all just gone and I can't remember. So if a producer send me a beat, I'll have time in the studio and be like, yo, load up these 10 beats, and then he press play and I sing along with the first one. I like it, move on. Or this bad, put that to the side, and then, some song I go one take. I've done Girl Policy, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was less than 5 minutes. Can't Believe I Was Straight. Nobody else knows, like the whole first verse was freestyled. Last night was just a record that I had, and I just had the hook. The last night, one piece of something, and then I just freestyle the whole thing. So it all depends on my mood and my vibe.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. The fact that you don't listen to the beats beforehand.
Yeah.
That makes the process quite fresh. It's like whatever comes out of it is what comes out of it. You mentioned girl policy.
Yeah.
You have any real life girl policies? Like, let me throw some questions at you.
Go ahead.
And see. Okay, so we got a thing over here called Magic Mike. Okay. I saw an advert for it. It is basically a show for the ladies where you have all of these hench, tough, big guys, and they're basically stripping for them. So it's basically like, see how like man them would go to a strip club. Yeah. It's like a strip club for ladies. Okay. Girl policy, you got your girl. Can she go Magic Mike?
Yeah.
And you be all right with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really that tough on the policies then?
Yeah, we tough on the policies, but I mean, you can't block a woman from doing what she wants. She go do what she wants.
Yeah, so you can't stop her from doing it. I'm saying, how are you gonna feel? She comes back home, she's like, yeah, Magic Mike was crazy.
Yeah, she have a good time. That's good.
All right then.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Do you search phones?
No. From your searching phone is too late. Would you search phone?
You think so? No, I don't search. I supervise it.
Ooh. What do you call supervise?
You know, it's just saying like you have to catch it from the root before it
catch what from the root though?
You know, like there's a safe.
Do you have to have a suspicion to go through the person's phone?
I mean, not go through the phone. I just like it was more like you get a feeling like something right. You know? You know, I'm the right feeling there. So for me personally, it's not like me I go through a phone. You know, I've seen girls go through my phone and just never see things the same anymore. You know?
Go through your phone?
Yeah, girl go through my phone already and me I talk about they don't look upon life the same anymore. Everything changed immediately. You see me? So I don't really advise it. And me not like the anxiety feeling. Like one time, I'm not gonna lie, like one time I did open a girl phone one time and me never like the anxiety feeling will come after that. When the phone, like when you put in like you guess the password and the phone open, you know your heart beat?
No,
you never?
I would nah.
But when I search the phone.
You're in New York though?
Yeah.
You're in the States and I'm assuming it's like you go to the I always find club culture interesting because you go to the club and you see the big person come in and then all the girls might swarm that person, but then you might see the bigger person come in and then they just literally migrate over to there. So we kind of like in that kind of environment, in those shark waters, like it's like how do you know do you know somebody likes you for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, for me, no. That was high school days. No, I'm not care. No, I'm just live life, brother. You can't. I don't have no expectation in nobody in that sense. You know what I mean?
So would you say you're looking for love then?
Looking for love? Wouldn't say me I look for love. I'm a Singlish man. If that
you're a Singlish?
Singlish man.
What does that mean?
That mean me I live in here, brother.
Are you single-ish?
Singlish.
Is that what you mean?
Single-ish.
So that mean you kind of have somebody, but you kind of don't?
It's just a better way than to walk up to a woman and tell a woman that it's complicated.
Hold on, I just realized that you said that 99% of your songs are true, and the song was called "Nobody Has to Know."
Yeah.
So there was somebody to know.
No, me level up now. No, me tell them.
At that time,
yeah,
there was somebody that didn't have to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. But no, me level up. Me up on a level now where me just talk it truth.
Oh, what do you mean? You say?
Yeah, me tell them straight.
So okay.
I have somebody, argument done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I took it as nobody has to know because you got a man.
Girl?
No, I'm saying, no, I'm not you. I'm saying the girl's got a man, but you're saying nobody has to know that me and you were doing something just because you've got a man.
Yeah, it can mean that way too.
Okay.
Yeah, it go any way you want to take it. It was as I said, the song was more of a more world-renowned for how you feel about your situationships. You have situation where a girl have fear man and shall link you. Nobody have to know. Then a situation where and in my world it'd be like one person know, but the other person doesn't know. Yeah. Okay. But now I feel like leveling up now is like make the girl know say you have somebody.
Oh yeah, well yes.
Yeah, that's good. But not everybody can do that though.
Why? Because they'll get in trouble.
Yeah, if you have a good girl.
Yes.
Hot girl. And you start talk to her, you get really like her. You feel out her vibe. It boils down to how much you rate her now. That's how far the conversation go now. Because if you really rate her, you're not really telling us you have somebody. That take a lot of faith.
What do you mean? No. If I have somebody, then the conversation wouldn't have got there in the first place.
I'm telling you.
You're telling
as a gallus.
Yes.
I'm talking with experience.
You're talking as a gallus.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So what you have to do now is graduate from gallus, right? So that when you graduate from gallus, when you have somebody, there's nobody to talk to about them kind of things. You get what I'm saying?
I just don't feel like, have you ever experienced two hot gal yet where you really like?
Listen to what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm saying one day you graduate and you say gallus no more. And then you say, okay, this is my girl.
Yeah.
That means all these other girls, they have these things in game. You know when you play a video game, right? You have like, for instance, Grand Theft Auto or whatever, right? You're the main player, right? Yeah. All the other people that are walking around the city, you don't pay no attention to them. You just walk past them every single day. When I got a girl, all them other people are what do you call it? NPCs, non-playable characters. I don't interact with them to any deep level.
So you have one girlfriend right now?
Like, no, I'm not saying right now. I'm saying you have to graduate to the level. Like hopefully the dream for you is one day to get to the place where
I don't want nobody else, just one.
Just the one hot gal. It seems impossible, but it can happen. I can see that for you. You just have the one and then you just don't divert. And then everybody has to know.
You have a lot of faith. A lot of faith I go on over there, sir. I respect it.
Okay. How often do you go back to Jamaica?
Very often. As much as I go to Jamaica to eat food and come home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you just be like, I'm hungry.
I fly to Jamaica to eat some food and come back, obviously. I like couple times as well.
Where in America do you live currently?
New York.
And how far is that flight?
Like 3.5 hours. What I do normally is I jump on the red eye flight. It was like 12 o'clock, land in Jamaica at 6. Call the hotel like before me reach, tell them someone to early check in, go check in, change, go to the beach, eat some food, jump back on the same flight the night and reach back on the next morning. I've done that millions of times. Yeah.
Yeah, if the flight from Britain wasn't 9 hours,
you know what I mean?
Consider
trust me, if I meet a girl and she proper them with it, you don't mind you fly out, man.
Nah, see, them things are the one thing I can't understand. I can't even understand when a man jump on the motorway. What would you?
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Yeah, go on.
And I swear, if I'm lying, I'm lying. I've drove 14 hours already.
That's madness.
Yeah, man.
No.
When girl good, man. I tell you.
Like it too much then?
Yeah, man.
You have to
peel it like back. No, I love.
Peel it back a little. That's way too much. I can't even imagine how much albums you have to go through listening to them. Mixtapes, EPs, back-to-back 14-hour drive. Just for one, no, that's crazy.
The only thing is,
and that's not the one gal for life. That's crazy.
You have to understand that as a man, we die twice.
Go on.
I always remember that. As a man, we die twice.
How so?
One day I go wake up and the man will create a whole entire family just gone and he can't do nothing about it. You understand? So before me reach that level, wave the banner. You know, and the reason why it worth it because I fuck on behalf of my country, you know. You know what I mean? So, me do the thing different, you see me? So when me meet a girl, I pledge allegiance to the front, you know. So, I have a lot of work to do. It's not easy, brother. It's not easy, trust me. So, I have to make what work to me, you know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Yo, I've been letting Jamaica down.
Yeah, man. You have to represent,
I've been letting the whole Caribbean down. I didn't know what I had to do for that.
I'm not even being funny. I'm being dead serious. You have some unhappy people out here. You have some people, listen, you have a woman that's very unhappy and I make them happy and I feel good about it. Like I wake up and say, Jesus Christ, today, I do my part. I give back to society. Like I really feel that good.
And a lot of these concepts and thoughts get explored in the EP.
100%. So if you listen into deep, as I said, I reach a point where I'm talking about how good I cater to them, like 6 in the morning, early in the morning. Then I say, you're a special woman, and then when we drive 14 hours, I say, yo, we there, outside.
6 in the morning, would you do it more than once a day?
It depends upon her. Depends upon the person that I'm.
How so? What can they do to make it more than once?
Some girl full of morning vibe.
Okay.
Some girl come alive during the day. You know what I mean? So it all depends on what type of.
So if she's ready, you're ready.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. But you go off her vibe.
Yeah, and especially when you get a check. You get a big check. The excitement.
That's how you celebrate.
Yeah, when you get a big check, you feel good. Everything is right. Trust me, man. As me say, stop till me smell a rubber. Like till me say smoke. Yeah.
Make some noise for KRANIUM! Thank you so much for being on the podcast. The EP Into Deep.
Out now.
Yeah. Boom.
Before we go, remember to check out all the new releases this week across the +44 playlist on Amazon Music.
This week sees new releases from Ross Millions, JK, Quengface and loads more, as well as the main +44 playlist. We also have the +44 R&B playlist, the +44 rap playlist and the +44 Afro playlist.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram at +44UK, where you can see snippets of this podcast, exclusive content and stay up to date with all the new music releases.
Listen to the +44 podcast wherever you get your podcasts or listen early and ad-free on Amazon Music. The +44 podcast is produced by So Incredible with Wondery and Amazon Music. Audio engineered by Nathan Cooper. Filmed and edited by Marcus Accent. Photography by Naomi Koji Payton. The podcast is filmed at Fiction Studios. The executive producer for So Incredible was Harry Anthony. The executive producers for Wondery and Amazon Music were Kamal Mermot Liu, Richard Knight, Jessica Radburn and Marshall Louis. Thanks to KRANIUM for joining us this week, and thanks to you for listening. Listen to the +44 podcast wherever you get your podcasts,
or listen early and ad-free on Amazon Music.